Dear students, welcome to my channel. In our data structure and algorithm tutorial series, today we will discuss analysis and application of stack. As you know, stack is basically a linear data structure. Okay, so in stack data structure, elements are entered into the stack and delete from the stack using last in first out manner. Okay, so the element entered last will be deleted first. Okay, so we have basic two operations for that, that is push operation and pop operation. Push operation is basically to insert element into the stack, and pop function is basically used to delete an element from the stack. Okay, so let's start. Myself Niladri Shekhar Park. I am working as an assistant professor at Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management at Computer Science and Engineering Department. So what are the as in our previous tutorial, okay, we have discussed push operation, pop operation. As I told, push operation is basically used to to insert the element into the stack. Okay, so what are the time complexity of push operation? The time complexity of push operation is order of 1. That is, this is a constant. This is a constant. Okay, this is a constant. So this is a constant time. Okay. So push operation, we need order of 110. That is constant amount of time. So what is the necessity of push operation? Push operation basically used to insert an element into the stack. Okay. Next come to the pop operation. Pop operation basically used to delete an element from the stack. Okay, so in case of pop operation also, the time complexity is order of 1. Okay, so this is also a constant amount of time. Okay, so why we use pop operation? Pop operation is basically used to delete an element from the stack. Next, top operation. Top is basically, suppose this is a stack. Okay, suppose the stack can store, suppose 3 values. Okay, stack can store maximum 3 values. Okay, so suppose in the, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. So top of the stack is this one. Okay, so this is the top of the stack. Okay, so this is the top of the stack. Suppose we will, if we pop, okay, so in case of pop, always the topmost element will be deleted. Suppose this is deleted. Okay, so top will be then, top will be there, this one will be top then. Okay, so topmost element is the top of the stack. Okay, so if there is no element into the stack, top will be -1. Okay, so this is the index value 0, this is the 1. So okay, so there is no element in the stack, the top will be -1. Okay, I'm erasing this one. So the for top the we need constant amount of time. Okay, next come to the search operation. Search operation means we have to search an element from the stack. Okay, for this also we require order of 1. Okay, this is for best case, this is for basically best case. Okay, this is for best case, and for worst case, it will be order of n. So order of n for worst case. Okay, So order of it for worst case. Search operation is used to search an element from the stack. Next, come to the application of stack. Stack has basically lots of operations like balancing of symbols. Balancing of symbols means, suppose this is an example, okay? A plus B into C. Okay, so we can balance it using bracket like this. Okay, that means B plus C, B into C will be work first. After that, the result will be added with plus 1. This is called the balancing of symbols. Okay, so this can be done using stack. Okay, next come redo and undo features at many places like editors Photoshop. As we know that in our Photoshop editors and many such applications, suppose I draw something like this. Okay, so this is the step 1, this is step 2, this is step 3, this is step 4, this is step 5. So this I want to redo or undo the step 5. Okay, so for that I will use the undo features. Okay, so if we use the Photoshop editors, there is a undo option. Okay, so undo option means this step will be gone. Okay, so we can again redo this step. Okay, so this is called undo. I am again, so for undo, this is undo and this one is redo. Okay, this can be easily done using stack. Okay, so next one is forward and backward features in web browser. As you suppose we have typed in the Google, okay, in our web browser. After that we have search stack, a tutorial of stack. Okay, suppose we have open a page. Okay, and that page, suppose that site is not enough good. Okay, so then we click on the back button. Okay, so after back button, okay, after that we will again want to go to the same site, then we will go to the forward side. Okay, so these features are in web browser. Back features to go to the previous one, and forward is for going to the forward one. Okay, so this can be implemented using stack. Next one is in Tower of Hanoi, BFS, DFS, there are defined search algorithm. Okay, BFS is first search, DFS is depth first search. These are the all searching algorithm. Okay, there is tree traversal like infix, postfix. Okay, in order, pre-order, post-order. Okay, Tower of Hanoi we will read later. Okay, so these are all things can be implemented using stack. Next, conversion of polish notation. Okay, using stack we can convert infix operation to postfix operation. Now, what is infix? Infix is basically operator is between the operands, that is x plus y. As you can see that x is an operand, y is an operand, and plus is the operator. So operator is in between of two operand. So this is the infix notation. In means within operand. Right? Okay. Next, prefix notation. Prefix notation means operator is between the operands. Okay, x is the operand, y is the operand, and plus is the operator. Okay, so plus sign is operator is in between two operand. This is the prefix. Next one is postfix notation. So postfix notation is operator is after the operand. Okay, x, y plus. Okay, so x is a operand, y is an operand, and plus is a operator. So these are three notations: infix, prefix, and postfix. Infix, in infix notation, operator is in the middle. Okay, prefix operator is previous of two operands, and in postfix notation, operator is after x and y or after the operand. Okay, suppose there is an example a plus b into c. Okay, so this is in infix notation. Okay, suppose we have to convert it postfix notation. So what I will do, suppose this one is x and this one is y. So this is x into y. Okay, so x into y could be in postfix notation. So x into y could be, so x plus, sorry, x into y, x into y in postfix notation it could be xy into, okay. So x, what is x? A plus b plus, so it can be written as ab plus, okay. So y into, so postfix notation of a plus b into c is ab plus, so in plus y into, or ab plus in is y equal to c, okay, c into, okay. This is the conversion from infix to postfix, okay. So this can be done using stack, or we can convert it infix to prefix, or postfix to infix, or postfix to, okay. So all condition can be done using stack, okay. Always remember bracket is given only for infix notation. Next one, to reverse a string. When a function is called, the function is called last will be completed first, okay. It is the property of stack. There is a memory area specially reversed for stack, okay. So in case of any function, okay, when a function is called, the last one is will be completed first, okay. This is the property of stack, okay. This can be done using stack, okay. So students, what we have learned from this tutorial? First one, we have analysis the stack operation, that is push operation take order of 1 time, pop operation order of 1, top operation will also take order of 1, search operation for best case it take order of 1, and for worst case order of n, okay. And what are the application of stack? Balancing of symbol, like a plus b into c can be a plus within bracket b into c. Redo or undo features at many places like editor, Photoshop. As you know, if you done any mistake, we can undo anything, okay. Undo means we go to the previous section. That can be done also using stack. Forward and backward features in web browser. As you know, in our web browser we go to the back, there is a back button and there is a forward button, okay. So using the back button we go to the previous one, and using the forward button we go to the next page, okay. Next one is in many algorithms like Tower of Hanoi, tree traversal, BFS, DFS. BFS and DFS basically breadth first search, DFS is depth first search. Tree traversal means in order, pre-order, post-order. Tower of Hanoi, as you know, one, there are two tower, A and B, A and C, and you have to convert any, transfer any disk from A to C, okay. Okay, this all these operations can be done using stack. Next one is conversion of polish notation. Polish notation, there are three types of notation. One is infix, prefix, and postfix. In infix notation, operators are within the operator. In prefix notation, operator is before the operands, and in postfix notation, operators are after the operands, okay. So all the conversions from infix to postfix, or postfix to infix, or infix to prefix, in prefix to infix, or prefix to postfix, or postfix to prefix can be easily done using stack. And to reverse a string also can be done using stack, as when a function is called, the function is called last, okay, will be completed first. So it is the property of stack, okay. So there is a memory area especially reserved for stack, okay. So students, this is all about. So for push operation it took order of 1, for pop operation order of 1, these are the all time complexity. For top operation it took order of 1, and for search operation for best case order of 1, and for worst case order of n, okay. And then come to the balancing of stack, that is balancing of symbols. That means a plus b into c can be written as a plus within bracket b into c. Redo or undo features at many places like editors, Photoshop. That means We can suppose we have any mistake, we can do the undo. Okay, these are all the using stack. Next, forward and backward features in web browser. As you know that in our web browser, if we want to go to the previous page, we will click on the backward button, and if we go to the next page, we will click the forward button. Then this can be done using stack. Used in this stack can be used in memory algorithms like Tower of Hanoi. As you know, in Tower of Hanoi there are two towers, A and C, and we have to transfer a disk from A to C. We will, okay, so this can be done using Tower of Hanoi. Tree traversal, there are in order, pre-order, post-order traversal. BFS and DFS are breadth first search and depth first search. Okay, these are all can be done using stack. Next, conversion of Polish notation. Basically, there are three types of notation. One is infix, postfix, and prefix. Infix means operators are within the operands, and prefix means operators are before the operands, and postfix means operators are after the operands. Okay, so all the conversion from infix to postfix, infix to prefix, or prefix to infix, or prefix to postfix can be easily done using the stack. And stack can be used to reverse a string. Basically, when a function is called, the function is called last will be completed first. Okay, so it is the property of stack, and there is a memory area specially reserved for stack. So students, this is all about applications of stack. Okay, so in our next tutorial we will discuss different applications in elaborately, like Tower of Hanoi or infix to infix postfix expression. Okay, so if you have liked my video, you can subscribe my channel to get all the notifications, or you can visit my Facebook page www.facebook.com/digitalclassroom okay, and like my page to get all the notifications. So students, thank you, see you later. Dear student, welcome to my channel. In our data structure and algorithm tutorial, today we will discuss Tower of Hanoi. Tower of Hanoi is a very important and a very well-known problem. Okay. So myself Niladri Shekhar Pal, I am working as an assistant professor at Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management at Computer Science and Engineering Department. So what is the basically the problem of Tower Hanoi? Tower of Hanoi is basically a mathematical puzzle, okay, where we have three rods and n disks, okay. So the objective of the puzzle is to move the entire stack to another rod, okay, obeying the following simple rules, okay. So there is a rod and there is another rod, okay. So this is a rod and this is rod A. This is rod A and this is rod C. Okay, so there are some disks. Okay, so we have to transfer all disks from A position to C rod. Okay, so we have, what is the objective? We have to transfer the disks from A rod to C rod. Okay, so what are the rules for that? Only one disk can be moved at a time. Okay, so if there is multiple disks at A rod, okay, we cannot take all the disks and transfer it all from A to C. We have to move one disk at a time from A to C. Next one is, each move consists of taking the upper disk from one of the stack and placing it on the top of another stack. Okay, that means suppose there is a two disk. Okay, so this is disk 1 and this is disk 2. So this is disk 1 and this is disk 2. So we cannot transfer disk 2 from A to C unless, so at first we have to transfer disk 1 from A to C. Okay, so we cannot, so the topmost element of the rod will be transferred first. Okay, and what are the third one? No disk may be placed on a top of smaller disk. Suppose this is a rod. Okay, there is a this rod. Okay, so we cannot put a big rod, okay, over it. Okay, always. So this is not possible. Okay, so which is one is possible? Suppose this is a big disk. So above it, we always can place a small disk. Okay, so these are the three conditions. This condition one is we only can move one disk at a time. Second one is the uppermost disk, that is the we cannot send this disk. Okay, we have to send disk once. Okay, and no disk may be placed top of the smaller disk. Okay, so above a small disk, a big disk can be not be placed. Okay, this one is correct. Okay, we have placed here a small disk upon a big disk. Okay, so now take an example of tower of Hanoi. Suppose there are total number of disks is 1. Okay. So as you can see, there are 3 rods A, B and C. There are 3 rods. So there is a disk 1. Okay. So as I have told, there is only one disk. Okay. So what is our objective? Our objective is to move the disk 1 from A to C. So in case of when the total number of disk is 1, this is very simple. We will just take this disk 1 and put it to C. Okay, so what we will do, we just put the disk from A to C directly. Okay, so now check when the total number of disk is 2. Okay, so this is the 3 rod A, B and C. We have there are 2 disks 1 and 2. We have to, what is our objective? We have to do move 1 and 2 from A to C. Okay, so from A to C. Okay, so using we will use this tower B. Okay, we will use rod B or tower B for that. Okay, so what is the step 1? Step 1 is move the disk 2 from A to B. Okay, so as in our previous one. Okay, so what we have done, we have just put this disk from A to B. Okay, what we have done, we have put the disk 2 from A to B. Next what we have to, we move the disk 1 from A to C. Okay, so we put from this position to this position. Okay, next we just move the disk from B to A. Okay, so our objective is completed. Okay, so our objective was what? To transfer all the disks from A to C. Okay, maintaining 3 conditions. Okay, and maintaining all these 3 conditions, we have successfully converted it. Okay, next come to the when total number of disks is 3. This is slightly complicated. Okay, so there are 3 rods A, B and C. We have to transfer from A to C using B. So there are 3 disks 1, 2 and 3. So first, what is the objective? Move the disk from all the disks from A to C. So our first is move the disk 3 from A to C using B. Okay, so what we have did, we just convert to place the number 3 disk from A to C. Next, we move the disk 2 from A to B. Okay, so this position to this position. Okay, next we have moved the disk 3 from C to B. Okay, next we have moved disk 1 from A to C. Okay, from A to C. Next we have moved the disk 3 from B to A. Okay, from B to A. Okay, using C. Next what we have did, move the disk 2 from B to C. Okay, from B to C. Next is from disk 3 from B to C. So our objective is completed. Okay, and we have completed our objective, that is from transfer or move all the disks from A to C using B. Okay, so we have also moved all the disks using our 3 parameters, right? Only one disk can be moved at a time. Only the upper disk can be moved, and no small disk or no large disk can be placed above a small disk. Okay. So what is the main formula? Step 1 is we have to move n minus 1 disk, that is 2 tasks. So at first what we have did, if you go through our previous list, so you can see that this thing has been done first. So what we have did, we move basically 2 and 3, that is n minus 1 disk, okay, from tower A to tower B, and we have used tower C here, okay. So next what we have did, next we move a disk from tower A to C, so from A to C, okay. Next what we will do, next we will move n minus 1 disk from two disk from tower B to tower C, okay, using A. So this is all three steps basically. At first n minus 1 disk from A to B using C, then a single disk from A to C. After that n minus 1 disk from B to C. Okay. So what are the algorithm of tower of Hanoi? So step 1 is move n minus 1 disk from tower A to B using C. Next one is move a disk from tower A to C. And third one is move n minus 1 disk from tower B to tower C using A. Okay, so this is the algorithm. As you can see, this is the void tower of Hanoi. This is the function, and these are all the parameters. Int n means total number of disks. Int A means from, this is the source. Int C means this is the destination, and this int B means what is the rod or what is the tower we have used, okay, to go move the disk from A to C. As you can see the algorithm, if n greater than 0, as this, why this is n greater than 0, if the number of disk is greater than 0, then there is only a talk about moving a disk. If the value of n is 0 or less than 0, then there is no chance of movement. If the value of n is greater than 0, that means if there is any disk, then there is a chance of movement, okay. So what we will do first, move n minus 1 disk from tower A to B using C. So n minus 1 from source, what is A, what is the destination B, and what is using, that is C. So as you can see, what is the parameter? First one is total number of elements or total number of disks, next source, next using, next destination. Similarly here we have used recursion here. n minus 1 is the total number of element or total number of disks. A is the source, C is the using, and B is the destination. After that, what we will do? We move a single disk from A to C. Okay, so we have moved a single disk from A to C. So after that, what we will do? Move n minus 1 disk from tower B to C. So n minus 1 disk, source is B, here also source is B, destination is C, using what? Using A. Here is also using A. Okay. So as you can see that this is how we can recursively call the tower of Hanoi algorithm. Okay. Now how to trace tower of Hanoi. Okay. So this is the algorithm of tower of Hanoi. So there is, suppose I am doing this tracing for 3 elements. Suppose total number of element is 3. We have to move it from tower 1 to tower 3 using tower 2. Okay, so tower of Hanoi function, we have to move 3 element from 1 to 3 using 2. Okay, so for that we have 3 steps. First one is, so we have 3 steps. This one is 1, this one is 2, this one is 3. So you just can see that n minus 1 disk move from n minus 1 is 3 is n, so n minus 1 will be 2. So at first we have to move from 1 to 2 using 3. After that 1 to 3 a single disk will be moved. After that n minus 1 disk from B to C, that means from 2 to 3. Okay, so 2 disk from 2 to 3 using 1. Okay, so repeatedly this is a recursive algorithm. This will again recursively call. So this will again call 1, that is n minus 1 disk means 1 disk will be moved from source, that is 1, to source 3 using 2. After that, there will be a single movement of disk from 1 to 2. After that, again a tower of Hanoi algorithm, one disk will be moved from source 3 to destination 2 using 1. And come to this one. Here tower of Hanoi, one disk will be moved from 2 to 1, okay, using 3. After that, there is a movement from 2 to 3 single disk. After that, against a recursive tower of Hanoi, one disk will be moved using this one. Source is 1 and destination is 3 using 2. So again recursively you will call it. As you can see, n is here 1, so n minus 1 is 0. Okay, so if n is less than 0, then all these 3 will not be called. Okay, so there is only these things. 1 will be 1 from 1 to 3, there is a conversion. Okay, so again there is no this, there is only a conversion 3 to 2. Okay, so there is only a conversion 2 to 1. Okay, there is only a conversion 1 to 3. Okay, so what are our steps? We'll take this one, we'll take next, we'll take this one, next this one, next this one, again this one, and this one. Okay, so if we again read that, this is the last one. 1 by 3, 1 by 2, 3 by 1 to 3, 1 to 2, 3 to 2. Okay, so 1 to 3 first, then 1 to 2, this one. After that, 3 to 2, this one. After that, this one. 1 to 3. After that, 2 to 1, this one. After that, 2 to 3. And last one is 1 to 3. Okay, so these are the steps. You can check that there is 2 to the power n minus 1 steps. So here the value of n is 3. 2 to the power 3 minus 1 is 7 steps. Okay, so you can see there are 7 steps. Okay, so I am again just saying it. From C 1 to 3, there is a transfer from 1 to 3. Okay, there is a transfer from. Okay, so next is 1 to 2, next 3 to 2, next is 1 to 3, 2 to 1, 2 to 3, 1 to 3. Okay, there are 7 steps and all are completed. Okay, so students, this is the Tower of Hanoi problem. We have already defined it. Okay, in our next tutorial we will discuss infix to postfix notations, prefix notation. We will discuss all 3. Okay, so if you have liked my video, you can subscribe my channel. Okay, that is, there is a bell icon on your right hand side of the screen, or you can visit my Facebook page www.facebook.com/digitalclassroom. If you have any doubt, you can mail me at hiladjpl86@gmail.com. So students, thank you for now. In our next tutorial, we will come with more videos. Thank you.